Have you ever heard the whispers from a dark forest? Stories so strange they literally changed the course of history. Deep within the shadowy woods of Bletchley Park, a secret that would alter our world was unfolding. Imagine a small, hidden team of codebreakers working in near total silence, with the fate of millions hanging precariously in the balance. This isn't a scene from a movie. This was the reality during the darkest days of World War II. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on one of history's most pivotal, yet largely unknown chapters. We'll journey into the heart of Bletchley Park, often called Station X, a place that looked like a quiet country estate, but was actually the epicenter of allied intelligence. Here, a brilliant and eccentric mathematician named Alan Turing led a team of geniuses. Their mission? To crack the seemingly unbreakable Enigma code used by the German military. This wasn't just a puzzle, it was a lifeline. Breaking this code didn't just shorten the war, it laid the very foundation for the digital world we live in today. So, get ready to dive into a story of secrecy, genius, and incredible impact. Let's set the stage. It's the late 1930s, and the storm clouds of war are gathering over Europe. The German war machine is a terrifying force, and one of its greatest assets is a piece of technology called the Enigma machine. To the outside world, it looked like a complex typewriter, but it was a cryptographic nightmare with its series of rotating wheels and plug boards. It could scramble a message into one of 159 quintillion possible combinations. That's 159 followed by 18 zeros. For the Allies, intercepting German messages was easy, but understanding them was impossible. Every single day, at midnight, the settings on every Enigma machine across the German military would change, rendering any progress made the previous day completely useless. It was a race against time, every single day. The Allied forces were fighting blind, and the cost was catastrophic. Convoys carrying vital supplies were being sunk, military plans were being thwarted, and lives were being lost by the thousands. The Enigma was more than a code. It was a weapon of war, and for a long time, it seemed absolutely invincible. The best minds in the world had tried and failed. The fate of the free world depended on someone, somewhere, finding a way to break the unbreakable. Enter Alan Turing. Now, if you were to picture a war hero, Turing might not be the first person who comes to mind. He wasn't a soldier on the front lines. He was a quiet, socially awkward, and unapologetically brilliant mathematician. But his mind was a battlefield of its own, and the weapon he wielded was logic. When Turing arrived at Bletchley Park, he saw the Enigma problem differently than anyone else. He realized that trying to crack the code by hand was like trying to empty the ocean with a teaspoon. Human brains, no matter how brilliant, were too slow. The solution, he theorized, wasn't to be smarter, but to be faster. He envisioned a machine to fight a machine. This was a revolutionary concept. While others were stuck in the old ways of cryptography, Turing was already thinking about what we would now call computation. He believed that if you could mechanize the process of checking possibilities, you could outpace the Enigma. This idea was the seed of his greatest creation. Based on this principle, Turing designed an electromechanical marvel called the bomb. This wasn't a bomb in the explosive sense, but it was about to blow the Enigma code wide open. The bomb was a colossal machine, standing over 6 feet tall and 6 feet wide, filled with a dizzying array of wires and rotating drums that simulated the workings of dozens of Enigma machines at once. It worked by hunting for logical contradictions. The codebreakers would make an educated guess about a piece of the original message of Grimm, often based on predictable German phrases like weather report or Heil Hitler. They would feed this crib into the bomb, and the machine would then churn through thousands upon thousands of potential settings, searching for the one that made logical sense. When it found a possible solution, it would stop, and the codebreakers would test the setting. More often than not, it was a false alarm. But sometimes, just sometimes, the tumblers would fall into place. The German message would become clear, and for a brief 24-hour window, the Allies could read the enemy's most secret communications. The impossible had suddenly become possible. The impact of this breakthrough was staggering and immediate. With the ability to read German communications, the Allies gained an unprecedented advantage. They could anticipate U-boat attacks on Atlantic convoys, rerouting ships to safety and saving countless lives and vital supplies. They knew German troop movements before they happened, which was crucial in campaigns like the D-Day landings. It was like having the enemy's playbook. But the most incredible part of this story is the silence that surrounded it. The work at Bletchley Park was the single biggest secret of the war. The thousands of men and women who worked there were sworn to absolute secrecy. A vow many took to their graves. They couldn't tell their families, their friends, or anyone what they did. They were silent heroes working in the shadows, their contributions completely unknown to the public. Historians now widely agree that the intelligence gathered from breaking the Enigma code, codenamed Ultra, shortened the war by at least 2 years. Think about that, 2 years. That translates to millions of lives saved. Without their work, the map of Europe and the world could look very different today. But the story doesn't end with the war. Turing's work on the bomb and his theoretical concepts, like the Turing machine, were not just tools for code breaking. They were the very blueprint for the modern computer. He envisioned a universal machine that could be programmed to solve any problem, a concept that is the basis for every smartphone, laptop, and server we use today. The digital age, with all its wonders and conveniences, was born in the quiet, desperate struggle of that dark forest. Turing is rightly called the father of modern computing and artificial intelligence. His legacy is all around us, and the technology that connects us, informs us, and powers our daily lives. From a secret war project to the backbone of our society, the journey of his ideas is nothing short of extraordinary. So, let's take a moment to reflect. Can you imagine a world without computers, without the internet, without the instant access to information we take for granted? It's almost unthinkable, isn't it? Yet, without the quiet genius of Alan Turing and the secret dedication of his team at Bletchley Park, that might very well have been our reality. Their hidden struggle not only won a war, but also gifted us the future. Their story is a powerful reminder that sometimes the biggest changes in history don't come from the roar of cannons, but from the quiet hum of a machine in a wooden hut. What a journey! The story of Alan Turing and the Enigma codebreakers is a testament to how hidden figures and secret stories can have the most profound impact on our world. It shows that intellect and persistence can be the most powerful weapons of all. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of history's greatest untold stories, please give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. We have so many more strange tales and hidden histories to share with you. Stories that have quietly shaped the world we live in. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.